Hello, I'm Brandon, and I am a supporter of the LPI. I'm here today to ask them questions about what they do so you guys can get to know them.
Hello, we're the LPI.
Hi.
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 Can you guys introduce yourselves?
Yes, hi, my name is Rose.
Name's Elvin.
I'm Carla.
Jonathan.
Alright, so I'm going to ask you guys a couple questions. So the first question I have for you is, who founded the LPI?
Well, I did. I'm the founder of LPI, but I also have the co-founder, which is Elvin, when I asked him to join us for the team. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It was. Yeah, she came up to me and asked about it. You know, she was like really into doing this, and since we had like the similar trait into definitely enjoying something like this, I was like, you know what the hell, let's try it out, and it went from something very small, something like a little hobby into something bigger, and.
We decided to, because we used to have the same common interests, and we would always talk about paranormal and how we would like to go here and there to investigate. So since we were so intrigued into that, one day we were like, let's just do our own team. But it never got officially done until one day I just was like, you know what? Let's just do our own team. And I was like, do you want to do this with me? And we decided the name together, and then we decided, okay, I'm the founder and he's going to be the co-founder because this is something we decided to do.
Do you remember some of the names that we came up with a long time ago?
Oh, Jesus. I don't remember.
Oh, man, I wish I had that list right now.
That list is at the house. It's still there.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Lost.
Yeah, so.
Alright, so the next question I have for you guys is, what does the LPI stand for?
Lost Paranormal Indicators.
Wow, Carla. Woo!
Yeah, it stands for Lost Paranormal Indicators, which we were just discussing how hard it was to come up with that name.
So how did you guys come up with it?
Well, like I said, we had like this giant list of names. I mean, honestly, I can't quite remember that long list of names we had. It was, some of them were ridiculous, I gotta say.
Yeah.
Really cheesy, extremely cheesy. I mean, like fresh cheese coming out, like that type of cheese. I mean, we came down with a list. I mean, we asked everybody, and they were like, okay, that one. So, I mean, honestly, we kind of played, tic-tac-toe and other unknown games to try and get this damn name.
We had to I think that's how we got the name, was we took from whatever we made up and kind of just grabbed them and put them together, and that's how we were able to be like, oh, this makes sense, because if we shorten it up, it's LPI, and people wouldn't seem to forget that if we catch on to it, so.
I don't know, the PI kind of intrigues me. It's like private investigator, but at the same time, it's really just means Lost Paranormal Indicators. But
Because at the same time is that we're not trying to get something too close to someone else's name as well.
yeah,
Because we didn't want to be confused with another group. So
a lot of people out there with a lot of names.
There are comments.
A lot.
yeah, a lot.
A lot.
So what does paranormal mean to you?
Go ahead, Alvin, you could explain this.
I'm sorry, Rose. You can.
Paranormal is a scientific metaphor for something that can't really be explained. In other words, for example, how do you prove if there even is a spirit? That's very hard to prove it because you can't see it, but you can catch it on camera or EVP, which is recorders, to catch it. So it's something that's hard to give proof of, I guess you could say.
Yeah, paranormal is something that is just hard to explain, more likely. More about not using the usual scientific methods, what most scientists will probably use out of their who knows what. But, it is not a common knowledge to this type of stuff. It's still brand new. Well, actually it's becoming more common than usual, but people still can't quite find the answer into exactly what paranormal means or what it stands for or what can it, do for us.
Right?
Have you guys gone on any investigations together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we had a
Yes.
couple.
Yeah, some good times. I mean, we have done a few, as you say. I mean, we've also studied, some places that might have some kind of paranormal issues.
Right.
I mean, we didn't actually gather any evidence into the sort of little portions, but then we extended our length towards St. Augustine, and we did do some of the tours, like for example the lighthouse, and one of my favorite spots, the old jail. I mean, I went there twice. Had my fair share of experience there before and after, even with the group. So I mean, we gotta say that those are the two main locations we have done so far. Have we done it anywhere else?
Well, me and Rose, we've went ahead and done the old antique shop. So we've been there a couple of times, but there was one time recently that we actually did it. We got to stay the whole night, so investigate that with another group of people. So
Which was really cool.
it was pretty good.
And also investigations together as in 2 cases we have done. One household 3 times. We have caught some stuff, but we have been doing cases in people's homes. So, I mean, we've only done 1 so far because we're still kind of new to all this, but that was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was, we honestly, I gotta say, we've done it like 3 times. Because the person of that home, at least the owner of the home, had kept experiencing different things.
Right.
And in those 3 separate occasions, we have experienced all multitudes of different things. I mean, from name calling to whispering to like noises from the kitchen.
From the attic.
I mean, what's funny is they don't even have an attic, but there was a voice caught in the attic, which makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, not to
Jonathan
mention,
climbing up in the attic.
I climbed
yeah,
all over.
yeah, this little skinny guy, he can fit through anywhere. he's one of our best guys to get sent out in the field because
He's
how skinny he is. It's a toothpick.
for real.
Oh, it's alright, man. I love you. Me, not so much. But still, in the fact, I mean, gotta honestly say that that house did produce a lot of evidence, which I still have saved, which I actually did find back on my computer again, thank God, because I just currently lost my recent laptop of all the information, but I was able to save some.
There's a lot of time.
But I gotta say that it was a great experience, and I'm hoping to definitely do that again with with our team again.
Yes.
So what types of spirits are out there?
Well, Rose, since you do study demonology, what type of spirits are out there?
There are many different types of spirits. There is, demons. Like that's something very known, especially in this type of generation, because there's so many movies about it. There are angels. Those are considered spirits. I just had a good question. They were telling me, oh, demons are not considered spirits. I thought that they're their own category. No, they are considered spirits. Whether they're good or bad, they're still considered spirits. There's also intelligent hauntings, which is like a spirit that's very intelligent. It's aware that it's dead. It's aware that it's located somewhere. It will respond to you. There's also residential, which means that they just repeat the same steps. That's why I call it the phantom, because it repeats the same steps before it died. It doesn't know that it's still there. It doesn't know anything. It just thinks it's living its everyday
It's
life.
like a damn tape recorder repeating itself over and over.
Exactly.
And over.
And then there's
over.
and
over.
And over. There's also it's very rare, but there's also ones that I guess are like they're considered called guidance. It's kind of like, for example, if somebody's going through a hard time, or somebody's gonna have get married or give birth or something, a family member, which is something I'm still studying about, so it's not official. Remember, mind you, these studies are what I'm looking up online, so and through some experiences. Where a family member can send you a message, it could either be warning about something bad, or it could be something good, like, hey, I hope that you have a good day, or something like that. Apparently those are part of that, and there's also poltergeists, which we're still studying about a little bit too, because of the fact that we just recently found out that poltergeist is actually a human being that could be causing that disturbance in the home or anywhere. Usually it's within a female going through her teens. That carries telekinesis. But there are very rare occasions where it literally is a poltergeist, which it could be either an angry spirit, or it could be any type of spirit to try to grab somebody's attention, or maybe they don't want somebody in the home or in the environment or wherever they're at, and so they will cause a ruckus.
It's one of the severe ones.
Yeah, those are very rare to come across. Even with that, you gotta be careful, because it could be, a human being causing it by telekinesis, it could be a spirit, or it could be a demon. So it's a big combination when it comes to poltergeist. That's something you have to really look out for. So,
As a team, have you encountered any spirits?
yes, I could say I have with our team. How do you guys?
Well, I was there when you jumped out of your seat and started screaming hysterically, and kind of freaked me out because the fact being that, you know,
I've never.
you being very sensitive to, you know, things like that and that nature. That was quite unexpected on my part because, you know, as a team member, it freaked me the hell out first of all.
I
And so
was
I had to
really
run up to you
scared.
and grab you. I was like, "Are you okay? Are you alright?" And then everybody else, I mean,
We were just making fun.
John over here, I mean, he's also sensitive himself, but I don't know if have you?
I haven't. I mean, any of the cases we've done. So,
What about you, Carla?
you know, usually we kind of branch off from each other anyway. So,
Yeah. I mean, I think it was only. Did you, Carla? Did you have any?
I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, at least out of like, no, by holding the recorder, I mean, playbacks that,
You're dropping the, meter.
you know, the key to me.
I did, with the recorder get to hear a lot of EVP. So
Okay.
I guess that is an encounter with a spirit. So
With the team.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, I remember then you at St. Augustine got that cold spot.
Ooh, that was fun.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I gotta say, I mean, actually, we were all there, matter of fact.
Yeah, we're all there.
We were sitting inside one of the jail cells downstairs. Was it the infirmary? I can't even say the word.
I think it was.
It was in
I'm
the
sorry.
infirmary.
Infirmary.
Yeah, the old jail.
It was,
Yeah, and one of the guidance lady that was there was talking, and obviously they had like the infrared, lighting with the, could tell the whatever the
temperature.
the
Oh,
thermal.
yeah, together.
The thermal. Oh my goodness, these names. Well, the thermal, I mean, checked out by my leg area. Obviously, my leg area was weird at first, but it was actually quite comfortable. The only reason why I say it was comfortable because the building was hot.
Yeah.
And then, and it was very noticeable, the cold spot. I mean, come on, it's like 90 degrees inside the damn building. And then you got like a temperature level like almost 69 hovering around your
We
legs.
went to 67, 68.
Yeah, 68, hovering around your legs. I mean, you could definitely tell the difference. And then the way it moved, it went from my right leg to my left leg, and then it kind of lingered in the middle. And I was like,
Yeah.
this feels awkward, but relaxing. I mean,
I feel that breeze.
yeah, that breeze was amazing. But at the same time, that was a very unique experience. Everybody was there in the room for it. I was kind of standing up recording, and I was like, I didn't move one bit because I was like, if I
Do I
move,
move?
will I scare it
Yeah.
away? Would it, obviously it seemed like the lady knew who that person was, and I think the name was Mike or something like that.
Yeah, some sort of spirit.
And that was another great experience that I had there. I mean, at the old jail, and I'm hoping to definitely go back to that location again one day with the rest of the team.
What is the energy vibe that the team has?
I would say, like, I know that a lot of people, they see different type of ghost shows, like, Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures. Those are mainly like the popular ones, and they're great. How every team is, different. For example, Ghost Hunters, they're very, serious about their things. Ghost Adventures are serious about their things too, and they're, they have their moments. But I feel that yes, we do take this serious. We do want to help out people. That is our goal. But we also feel that the type of energy that you're providing out of the environment is something that is what you're going to really connect to, in my opinion. We do take it serious, we do, but we also have fun with it because this is the reason why we got into this, because we love what we do. It's fun. So we're funny, but we're also taking it, to the core, so.
Alrighty, so I'm going to move on to individual questions for each of the members of the group.
Hi, I'm Carla.
So what do you do for the team?
I am the case manager for LPI. Therefore, I'm in charge for all of our social media. I'm in charge for our client interviews, paperwork, and making sure that the team is all right.
What knowledge do you bring to the team?
I don't bring knowledge. I bring clients.
What got you into the team?
I really like the paranormal stuff. I find it interesting. And it's a nice hobby to have with my friends.
What is your first paranormal experience?
My first paranormal experience, I want to say it was at my house. I want to say it was around 3 or 4 in the morning, and I felt someone pull my hair, and I turned around. There was no one there. So, yeah.
What kind of advice can you give to people that are going through paranormal experiences?
Advice. I know it's scary, but that's why there's a lot of teams out here to help with that. People with more knowledge about it. If you're ever feeling like you have any paranormal encounters, make sure you reach out to someone, and someone like us could help you.
Thank you for your time, Carla.
Thank you.
So what knowledge do you bring to the team?
I basically really kind of do what Rose does. We both kind of just look up into different spirits or entities, and we try to figure out more or less how to really decipher what type of haunting it is. So because a lot of times it could be, in fact, from the first glance, it could look like it could be a certain type of haunting until you start noticing patterns, and then it could be something else, or not noticing patterns. I mean, it could really just change. So, but pretty much I just really go ahead and just research into this about, intelligent hauntings, residential hauntings, gateways from where they come through. So that's really my aspect of where the knowledge comes from.
What got you into the team?
Well, I wasn't really big into it, so really until, me and my wife Rose used to watch Ghost Hunters and Ghost Adventures all the time. So, and after watching it more and more, it seemed something that seemed very interesting to do. So, and as soon as she said, she's gonna go ahead and make a team, I was like, okay, we'll go ahead and do it. It seems like something fun to do, something that's different from your normal, schedule of what you would normally do on a weekend. So.
What is your first paranormal experience?
I've had a couple. I would say one of the first ones I've had was I was in my parents' house, lived with them, and I was taking a shower in their shower, but I was the only one in the house. My parents were out, and my brother, he wasn't there either. And I was taking a shower, and from the closet where my parents' room was at, all I see is a man standing there. And I remember clear as day, white shirt, blue jeans, bald head guy. And he's just there, standing there looking at me. I didn't know what to do. So I stood looking there while I just cleaned myself, turned off the water, got a towel, went out so I get dressed. And I went back and no one was there. I looked at the whole house, nobody was there. And that was one of the first times I've actually really encountered something that was kind of, creepy. So.
What kind of advice can you give to people that are going through paranormal experiences?
My advice to them is, first off, they need to keep calm. They don't want to add more energy to whatever the entity is, because it's more than likely it's going to feed off of that energy. Whether, if they start going into, a deep depression or sadness or anger, all it's going to do is going to feed. So they need to go ahead and just, stay calm and, try to get someone to help them. There's plenty of paranormal groups out there all around the United States, so all around the world. But, call them, and somebody will come to go help. So, yeah.
All right, thank you for your time.
All right, thank you.
Hi, my name is Rose.
So what do you do for the team?
I am the founder, and I am the lead investigator of the team. So basically what I do is, on every investigation that we have, it's a priority that I go. you know, so I have to be there for every investigation. If I can't, it's because of something very urgent, but I need to be there. That's mainly what I'm there for.
So what knowledge do you bring to the team?
I bring knowledge and I bring gifts. Well, knowledge, I'm the one that also looks into different types of spirits, as Jonathan has explained before. More along the lines, I'm into demonology. I'm not an expert. I'm still learning. Like I said, I'm still learning about it. It's not like I'm studying about it. But I am looking into that type of area, so that way I know if it is something different that we're dealing with, I know what it is. So that's something that I bring to the table. Okay, it could possibly be this, it could possibly not be this. So more of demonology area, but it could be any spirit I'm also looking into. I also bring, I am gifted, I'm a sensitive. It's unfortunate for me that I was born this way, but it's something that I inherit on both sides of my family, both from my grandmothers. By sensitive, meaning that when I can go into a room, I can sense if there's a spirit there. Sometimes I can see it, I can smell it, I can hear it. I could also be able to be in a room and read the past. Basically, I could be able to pick that up. It's very hard, but I can. I can pick up, okay, this used to be this before, or this person looks like this. And I also bring, recently I just found out, I could read, like, I guess you could say the future, kind of like a psychic kind of thing, which I don't really like to categorize myself as that. But I carry those traits. And then channeling apparently is something that I didn't know I had, but I found out through our investigations that I carry that too.
What got you into the team?
Well, like I said before, the fact that I've always been intrigued into these things since I was young. My family members are a little more open about these kind of things. Still kind of enclosed, but open. And what really got me into the team was the fact that this is something I really wanted to do, and I really wanted to do this with others because I feel that I want to help people. That's my main goal. I want to learn it, and it's something fun for me because I'm able to, I like things that I don't know. That may sound kind of awkward, but it's true.
What is your first paranormal experience?
Okay, I've had plenty, just so you know, because of what I'm gifted for. But I'll never forget this one. I used to live in Colorado, and we used to live in a nice little home, neighborhood, suburbs, everything was cool. One day, my mom, she went out to the grocery store real quick. I don't really remember how old I was. It's kind of hard for me to remember. But my mom, she went out to the grocery store. She said she'll be right back. She was only going up the street. So me and my brother, we were home. We just moved in. We just had moved in. And this lady starts knocking on the door, this older lady. And I remember her clear as day, she was an old lady, you know, with glasses, a gray sweater. She had a blue long skirt, them, you know, granny shoes, them black granny shoes. And her hair was gray, but it was like up in a bun. And she knocked on the door and she brought me pie, like it was blueberry pie. And she had knocked on the door and she was like, hey, how are you? Welcome to the neighborhood. I told her I'm not allowed to talk to strangers because I was small at the time. She was like, oh, okay, it's okay. I'm just introducing you that I'm here. I don't remember what she told me her name was, but she handed me, you know, the pie. She's like, well, you know, stay safe, you know, tell your mom I said hi and to come stop by sometime. She showed me that she lived right across the street. So she left. So I wasn't supposed to open the door, but I don't know what convinced me to that day. Maybe because she was an old lady and I didn't think she was a threat. So, well, sounds horrible, an elderly lady. But my mom came home and I left the pie there on the table because I was told if we get stuff from strangers not to touch it because we don't know if it's contaminated or something. I left it there on the table. My mom comes home, she's here with a bag of groceries and she looks at that and she starts flipping out. She's like, where did this come from? Why is there a pie here? I didn't bring a pie. I don't know how to make a pie. Why is it here? And it was warm from the oven. I told her, I don't know. I'm like, I had the neighbor across the street. She told me that it was a welcoming gift. And I kept trying to explain it to my mom, but she was getting mad. She thought that I was like making it up or something. But at the same time, I was young, so she should know that I couldn't go anywhere anyways. And so she started panicking. She's like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What neighbor? What neighbor? Because I guess my mom, since it was a suburb, she kind of knew the neighbors already by that time. Because we were there for a week, but she was aware of her surroundings. So I told her it was that neighbor over there. And she told me, it can't be. It can't be. And I was like, Mom, that's the person. So my mom, she's like, I don't think it's real. She had told me there's no possible way that lady was there. There's just no possible way. And I was like, why? And I was like, she died about a week and a half ago. And I was like, how did she die? And my mom's like, there's nobody that lives there because they found her home dead. So how is she coming here to bring you warm pot? I told her, I don't know. So then my mom looked up the newspaper. She's like, okay, because the newspaper had the record of death. And she asked me to describe her. I described it exactly the way I said before. My mom turned pale white. And she started shaking and freaking out. She couldn't even believe it. She was like, how did you see this? Did you look at the newspaper? I'm like, Mom, if I look at the newspaper, it's for cartoons. Why would I look at it for the records of death? So that really scared her.
What kind of advice can you give to people who are going through paranormal experiences?
I say it depends on what kind of experiences you're having. If it's like little stuff, you hear little noises here and there and you're freaking out, it could honestly be anything from it being the pipes, the walls, the wood. So it could possibly be just nothing. If it starts to become more into depth where you're starting to see shadows consistently or things like that, not to sound rude, but you might want to go see a professional seeking help, because there are some people that end up finding that they do have a mental disorder. And that's just me being an honest person. If that's really just something that you're experiencing, okay. Evidence is always a good thing. Remaining calm is the majority thing, and I'm sure you're going to hear the team members tell you that, because spirits are energy. They need energy to feed. So if you're being negative, scared, or whatever, it's going to feed off of that, so it could be able to do what it's going to do. So watch your surroundings, seek for help, people that are like us that are willing to help you to find out what it is and what could be causing it, whether is it something good or is it something bad. Evidence is a really good factor too, like recordings, like camera, EVP, anything like that will help. So I say to just remain easy, really look into it, and seek for help.
Alrighty, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Alvin.
So what do you do for the team?
What I do for the team? Well, I'm pretty much the co-founder of the team. I'm also the techie, and also what you also call, the evidence reviewer. That takes a lot of time, let me tell you. A lot of time. But technically, I do work with technology that correspond with paranormal issues. More example with spirits. For example, the millimeter, K2 meters, the recorder, the camera that's currently recording me right now. So basically, I'm just a guy that handles all the electronic works.
So what knowledge do you bring to the team?
Well, the knowledge I bring for the team is more likely the fact that I'm very knowledgeable with the equipment. So basically, I do share that with the rest of the team members that don't know, or maybe still trying to get used to some of the new equipment that does come into line. There is a lot of equipment, matter of fact, that just keeps rolling through. I mean, from other ghost hunters, just people that's definitely trying to try out new equipment to, hopefully one day actually catch 100% pure evidence. And so I like to gather those type of equipment and test it out myself, and I share that with the rest of my team and make sure the equipment actually works, or if it doesn't, just kind of like speculate, review, and share that to the rest of my team, let them know that it's not useful. So basically, I'm the guy who basically brings all the fantastic equipment.
So what got you into the team?
Well, what got me into the team was basically Rose, the founder of the team, actually brought it up to my knowledge. I mean, obviously we all liked it the same thing, We'll just sit by, hey, oh my God, Ghost Adventure's on. Ready to go watch it? Yeah, let's go watch this. So we'll sit there and just watch, Zach with his fantastic acting or knowledgeable excuse of it. Honestly, Zach is a fantastic guy, but sometimes I just think that guy's like very over exaggerated. But none of the fact though, they do bring evidence to the table. They work as a team, and he was one of our, one of the leader roles that say, hey, you know what, that guy right there and the rest of his team, we want to be like that, but in our own kind of way. So Rose brought it up, and she was like, hey, you want to start up a team? I mean, this is something that we definitely want to look into. This is something that we can't really drop out. You really want to go forward with this? I'm like, oh yeah, definitely want to do this. I mean, but we got to find other people, and obviously we got John, we got Carla. We're hoping to gather some more in the future. But as of right now, I think as a small team, we're doing pretty good. But thanks to Rose, and continuing putting this into my head, we finally got this team together, got the names, got the shirts, I was able to get some equipment, she got some equipment, and so far, quite happy where we are right now.
What is your first paranormal experience?
My first time dealing with paranormal wasn't that fun at all. I mean, there's other people in the world who's gotten 20 times worse than I have, 100 times. So I can't really say mine is that bad, but it was pretty whack. I mean, shitty, whatever you want to call it. Fact is that being a little child, you're more prone to being, you're more prone to spirits. That's what everybody says. True fact though, because being in a building back in Boston, Massachusetts, I'll never forget the damn name of the damn apartment I was living to, 51 Frost Hill Street. Who could forget that? No one can. Getting scared, obviously getting scared the crap out of. Let's just say that something used to walk up and down the stairs around 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking that someone's exercising. Obviously, they don't want to go outside, they're exercising up and down the building. But, me being a little kid, I was like freaking out. And then my room being near the hallway, closet and hallway area, you could hear it. And somebody's going up and down the stairs, up and down the stairs. We lived in the second floor. And one day, my mother decides to wake up in that same time. And obviously she comes to my room and she asks if I was awake. Me being a little kid, yeah, I did. I fucking said yeah, which I should have stayed quiet, stayed on my covers, and ignored her, pretend I was sleeping. Because when I said yeah, you know what the mothers usually do? Opens the door and sends the little one out. Oh yeah, that was fun. So when she opened the door, it stopped on the dirt floor. And she asked me, hey, go check upstairs. I'm like, what? So obviously I start crying, being like a little 6-year-old that I was, and literally just fearing for my life. And so I finally, got the balls to go ahead and look upstairs. I looked, and there was nobody there. So I told my mother, no, there's nobody up there. Oh, okay, go look downstairs. Really? I mean, come on. I already checked upstairs, I'm crying, I'm a little kid, you really want to send me down there? So so obviously I gained the confidence to look downstairs, nobody's downstairs. I mean, in order to get into that building, there's 2 hard doors, to get into. You got the first door, you got the mailbox, and you got the second door. They all make loud noises. I mean, come on. Freaky as an apartment building. Creaky ass doors. You don't hear that. So finally, as we were about to go back in, we had a scent. It smelled like flowers at first. My mom being a florist, I swear loves flowers. Smelled like roses, that's what she said. Okay, well, that smell started to exceed from pleasurable to just plain out disgusting. It smelled like shit. It smelled like sulfur, I guess you want to call it for some people. But it really smelled bad. My mother freaked out. I freaked out even more. She closes the door and sends me back to my room. Did I want us to go back to my room? Oh, being as a little kid, I'd rather go sleep with mother. Okay, let me go. No, go back to bed. Why? Obviously crying my eyes out. So finally, I go back into my room. She goes back to hers, and I cover myself. No less than 10-15 minutes later, you honestly hear somebody, literally, it must someone just took all the force to punch the heck out of her door. Literally, probably to the top side of the door, because that's based on what she told me. It's like somebody punched the top side of her door. Loud. It literally vibrated the building. Well, at least to where I was at, it vibrated. So my stepfather freaked out. Mom freaked out. My brother was probably knocked the hell out when I even home for, but when they went to go check, he wasn't home. Bathroom light was on. Makes no sense. Because mom went to bed, turning off all the lights. So stepdad comes to the door. He's like, was that you? I'm like, no. How can that be me? I can't reach the top door. Why would I do that? So that was just one of my experiences, that being in that apartment. And there's been many more that happened there along the way, but I'd rather just keep this short as for now. But as I got older, it wasn't fun. I got used to it.
What kind of advice can you give to people that are going through paranormal experiences?
Well, I gotta say, when it comes to giving advice, I think my team members gave out some fantastic advice. Following Rose's advice, following John's advice, following, I don't know about Carla, but I'm just kidding. Carla's advice is pretty good so far, but I'm gonna be honest with you, the fact being is that hearing things, I mean, you can't over exaggerate with the noises. I mean, you can't just fall into place, oh my God, something's here. No, you can't. Obviously noises, it's creaking, could be an old house, or it's just the flooring, the weather, you know, it does affect the wood, the piping, I mean, all that. So you just can't go into, you know, first thought pattern, like, oh my God, what is that? Oh, I need to get the holy water. No, it's not that. But situations, just like Rose said, situations exceed. I mean, you're gonna want to step outside and probably just recollect yourself. You know, just kind of breathe in, breathe out. You know, don't start falling into emotion or like start panic. Don't think that something breaking into your home. I mean, hope to God that something like that doesn't happen. But just try to recollect yourself. You know, you start hearing start hearing crap. Like, you know, you start hearing the whispering and stuff like that, then you know something's probably bound to happen. I mean, you could definitely do your own evidence. I mean, all it does is take a simple recorder, you know, just place the recorder down, lay it down, and just kind of record, you know, just silence and see if you capture anything. I mean, it could be your mind playing tricks for all we know. But if you do happen to catch something, forget about it. I mean, you're definitely going to have to either deal with it. I mean, find a way to get around it, and you know, or make yourself known. This is my home. You need to leave now. And if it just exceeds worse, I mean, like I said, there's other ghost hunters out there. I mean, there's other team members. You know, there's some that actually have therapists. There's some that actually have people that will actually talk to you, let you know that everything's gonna be okay, and definitely, you know, take care of the situation. So you just gotta understand that, you know, you can't cower yourself into a deep depression. You know, there's always ways to get around it.
All right, thank you for your time.
That's all.
So I want to say thank you guys for answering these questions, and hopefully this helps people to understand your team better, and I wish you guys the best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you guys really like this video, I know it's probably long as heck, and so you might not finish the whole thing, but if you like it, please press the like button and also subscribe to our channel. Hopefully we can get more stuff to be out there and give you more evidence.
Absolutely. We'll definitely try our best to go ahead and get the evidence taken down, make sure they're all reviewed, and you know, the whole process, yada yada. You know, come on, there's millions of freaking people on YouTube with the same crap, so come on. Just hit the subscribe button. That subscribe button at the bottom, hit that. Hit that. Another one. Okay. Go ahead. Anybody else want to say something before we go? Carla? Hi, Carla.
Remember, we don't support any other stuff. You know, we're not sponsors of nothing. We're just sponsoring pretty much just
We're a
us.
non-profit organization. You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. So thank you guys very much for taking time.
All right, thank you.
Ta-ta.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.